is Madison, doing a table read of the 2 short film scripts, She's Mine and Messy Business. For the first one we're doing is She's Mine, and the parts are going to be played by Bianca, my wife, is going to play Kai and Jessica. Brianne is going to be played by my mom, Katrina, and the narrator is going to be Mr. McCrae for this one. And I'll come back and explain the characters for the next one. Okay. Set. And action.
Interior, Brianne's house. Night. Brianne, in her mid-20s, blends up a protein shake. She stops the blender, takes out a huge glass and fills it up. As she sips on her protein shake, she moves over to the chart on her cabinet. It reads, weight control chart. She begins to mark off the meals she had, including the protein shake. Interior gym, night. Kai, also in her mid-20s, is running ferociously on a treadmill. Interior, Brianne's house, night. Brianne looks at her gym schedule right next to the weight chart. The gym schedule is marked off for today and says 1 mile run, then arms. Interior gym, night. Kai, still running hard, starts to slow the speed down. Interior, Brianne's house, night. Brianne finishes the shake, grabs her keys and heads out of the door. Interior, car, night. Brianne turns to her favorite radio stations and turns the volume up as she speeds to the gym. Exterior, gym parking lot, night. Brianne speeds into the parking lot and parks somewhat crookedly. She sits there for a while, thinking. She pulls the visor down, and on the right side of the mirror, there's a picture of a fatter Brianne. She takes a long look at the picture, then looks at herself in the mirror and quickly gets out of the car. Interior gym, night. Once inside the women's locker room, Brianne began to quickly get dressed. Once dressed, she opens her assigned locker to put up things inside. She stares at the picture of her and Kai, the recent ex-girlfriend who broke up with Brianne. She turns the picture around and stares at what is written on the back. It reads, "This is the Brianne I love. You were so slim here. Maybe one day you will be this slim again. Love, Kai." Brianne sticks her earbuds in her ears, turns up the music, and closes her locker door. Interior gym, night. Brianne heads over to her favorite treadmill.
Is that Cal?
She slowly inches closer towards her machine, trying to be as unnoticeable as possible.
Cal barely noticed her name being called.
Hey, no, Ma, you just say Kai. That's it. That's your only line. Go ahead.
Cal.
Kai.
Cal.
Kai.
Kai. Cal.
Kai.
Kai.
Like hi?
Kai. Kai.
Go ahead.
You want to cut it and start over, Cal?
No, that's fine. Go ahead. Say Kai again.
Kai.
Barely notices her name being called.
What are you doing here?
Startled, Kai stops the treadmill. Kai stands there for a second, with sweat dripping down her face, really taking everything in. Her music, her muscles are exposed, and she has her arms in a way that shows them all perfectly. Kai looks beyond, up and down, and begins to smile.
Well, it's nice to see you too.
Brianne doesn't pay attention to how Kai looks. Kai tries to make conversation.
How have you been?
I've been good.
Don't you want to know how I've been?
Not really.
Brianne begins to walk away. Kai jumps off the treadmill and grabs Brianne's arm.
Wait, could we go somewhere and talk?
Why?
A lot has changed and I just want to explain some things.
I don't think going somewhere together would be wise.
Brianne squeezes out of Kai's grip and heads to the elliptical machine and starts to work out. Kai follows and gets on the elliptical machine right next to Brianne.
Brianne,
Brianne increases her speed and turns the music up on her phone.
I just wanted...
Brianne increases her speed even more and stares at the digital screen on her machine, making sure her heart rate is okay with her current speed. Kai slows her elliptical machine down, gets off and heads to the locker room. Relieved, Brianne continues to her workout and brings her speed back down to normal. Kai returns with a folded up piece of paper. She walks to the front of Brianne's elliptical machine, looks Brianne right in the eyes, and gently places the folded piece of paper on the digital screen that faces Brianne. Kai then walks away to the juice bar. Brianne stops her machine, unfolds a piece of paper, and it reads, "Brianne, I've been completely lost without you." Brianna completely stops her treadmill and stomps over to the juice machine.
When did you write this?
Look at the date.
Brianna holds a piece of paper up to her face. In the top right corner, it reads, 1514.
This was at least 6 months ago.
That's how long I've been lost. Can we please go outside? Maybe take a walk?
Kai extends her hand. Brianna hesitantly takes it. As Kai and Brianna starts to head out, a woman walks up by Kai and squeezes Kai's ass.
Thank you for last night.
Brianna looks at Kai in disbelief. Embarrassed, Brianna leaves the gym. Kai frantically runs after her. Exterior, gym parking lot. Night.
Brianne, wait up.
Brianna keeps walking.
Please, we need to talk about what just happened.
Brianna continues to walk to her car. Kai desperately tries to catch up with her.
No, we don't. It's fine.
Kai finally catches up to Brianna and jumps in front of her to prevent her from walking.
Just let me explain.
No, I'm not falling for it anymore.
Brianna, you haven't changed one bit.
Oh wait, no, that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, go ahead.
You haven't changed one bit. And here I was thinking we could have a little talk, realizing we were stupid to let things end the very way it did and get back together, especially silent since I'm a little small.
Kai cuts off her.
But that's exactly what I want. I want to be with you.
Who was that girl in the gym?
She's just someone I hooked up with.
That's exactly why I can't do this anymore. Nothing but a game with you. I'm done.
Brianna pushes past Kai and almost reaches her car when she hears Kai yell.
I fucked up, okay?
Brianna stops.
Back when we dated, I wasn't sure I could stay faithful to you. Really commit.
Brianna stands there listening intently to every word Kai is saying.
So when things got serious, I bailed. I know I lied to you.
Brianna turns around.
Twice. You lied to me twice.
Okay, twice, but I really want a chance to give us a shot again.
Brianna is hesitant, but she begins to smile. Just as Brianna is about to respond, the woman from the gym, Jessica, runs out screaming, Kai's name. She runs over the way to the parking lot. There, Kai and Brianna are standing.
Kai, wait, I have something to tell you.
Brianna slowly backs up into her car.
I'm in love with you. Jessica, this is Brienne. Hi. We're kind of in the middle of something right now. I don't care. I'm in love with you. Jess, you're not even gay. Please, go back inside.
You obviously have a lot of your on your plate right now. And you're definitely done more than just hook up with her.
I was just a hookup. Brienne, no, wait. Please, we can work this out.
Brienne gets into her car and drives away, leaving Kai alone for good.
Sure. Alright, so this is the discussion part. Sorry I had to cut that in. So let's see. Let's start with what do you guys think of the story?
Well, I can say because I'm Brienne, it's a dysfunctional relationship, and obviously, being Brienne, I'm very hurt, very much in love with the guy, but very hurt, feel used, feel cheated on, and don't trust him. I want to trust him. I don't want to trust him. I want him, and I don't want him.
Any other thoughts?
You know, one of the most important things is, as we know, love hurts. So when somebody is infatuated over another person, you know, the emotion rises at a point where we don't realize until it's too late. You know, one of the oldest saying is that the grass is green on the other side until you realize it wasn't as green as you thought. Now you're trying to regain conscience and go back to the person you really claimed you was in love with, only to find out the person has moved on and rejects you. And that's where the pain starts to rise. And then the begging and the frustration and the jealousy starts to protrude in such a way that it really causes friction.
Kai's character, I did not like her. Just as how she was with Brienne. For example, she wrote on a picture on page 3. Wait, not on page 3. It was, I think it was page 1. And it's a picture, yeah. And it says on page 2, this is the Brienne I loved. You were so slim here. Maybe one day you will be this slim again. Love, Kai. That's a horrible thing to say. I don't know how anybody could, like I understand that Brienne was in love with her, but that type of, the way that she spoke to Brienne is...
The way he...
No, Kai's a woman.
Oh.
Yeah, the way Kai spoke to Brienne, I can't believe that Brienne would actually want her back, you know.
Well, my point of view being Brienne, I never thought my weight was a problem until it just came out. Other than that, I really never thought that my weight was a problem. But now I realize that my weight was a problem. So I was trying to do something about it because I was in love with the person. And because I knew that my weight was a problem, I figured I would try to change it. But then, trying to change it, I realized it wasn't worth it to be with this person because the person really, it wasn't about me. It was about what I looked like.
But then in the same token, where did you change when you went from what you used to be to where you are now?
When he kept saying, oh, calling me, when she kept calling me names. And she kept saying, thought you were fatter. You know, the insulting words. I heard it, but I didn't hear it. I didn't want to hear it.
But did you think you was fat?
It never bothered me that I was fat.
She wasn't fat. And then it turns out Kai says, oh, it wasn't that at all. So
Right.
she was working towards something that wasn't even real. She
Right.
wasn't, she probably wasn't fat.
Well, that means...
Well, even if I was fat, even if I want to have in my illusion that I might have been a little healthier than what the person felt like I should have looked like, I didn't feel bad about what I looked like until the person that I wanted to be with made me feel a little inferior about what I wanted to look like. So because I felt a little inferior and I was so in love with this person, I was trying to change that also.
But see, there's an underlying issue here because what is or what was is a perception in a sense, because as you indicated that you thought, well, I was fine, but in the same token you say, well, I really wasn't fat. So there's an underlying issue that really brought out the attitude to suggest that you're fat. In other words, am I looking for an excuse to escape this relationship because I wanted another one, or I'm seeing somebody else? That plays a part
Well,
too.
see, once I realized that it wasn't me, and then it was somebody else all along. So then I realized that it wasn't me with the weight problem. The person, it wasn't about me at all.
That's right.
So it was not really about me, my weight. It was just that there was another person. It was just another person all along. It was not a committed relationship to me.
Yeah, the whole thing is just, it's all based on a lie. Kai lied about what she was doing, and then she just turns out to be the same old person. And then she brought Brienne's self-esteem all the way down, destroyed her. Brienne still kind of wants her when she comes back, and then the only thing that changes her mind is seeing her with some other girl.
Right, because Brienne fell in love with the deception of being in love with having a person that she thought cared about her, even to the fact of wanting to change her looks, to change what she thought the other person may think that you got a little bit of a weight problem. But come to find out, it wasn't really that either. It was the fact that the person just could not be honest and with one person.
So does Brienne really like Kai? I mean, does she really want to go back to Kai?
No, not at this point, because she finally realized that Cal is not going to be totally committed to her. Cal is going to be committed to other people and not just to her.
So then what would the note mean that she wrote? That she said she's been lost without her, like it was like 6 months ago, I think it was? Yeah, at least 6 months ago. On page 4, it said that she put like a paper in front of her face while she was on the elliptical, and it said, yeah, that I'm lost without you.
Well, Cal said that.
Yeah,
right.
But what does that mean after everything?
Because it's like Cal had feelings. It doesn't mean that you can't have feelings for more than one person. But it wasn't strong enough feelings to be abusive and to be a cheater. It wasn't saying that I'm lost without you. That's just a game. That's just something to say. To get my attention to see if I would go back and kick it with you.
That was written so long ago. I mean, do you think it was actually written that long ago?
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. Because it wouldn't matter if it was a year ago. Those feelings can be inside of your head. Those feelings can be inside of your head. It doesn't mean that you're in love with me. It just means you miss certain things about me. Might have missed going to the movies. Might have missed going to eat and could have missed going to bed. But it doesn't mean that I am the person that you strictly want. It's because if I'm the person you strictly want, then you're not going to be with nobody else. Even pull a jealousy type of thing on me.
Realizes where the way she used to look, and now, at what point in this present state, now that she's going to the gym, now that she's getting herself together, who is she working out for? Is she working out to impress? Is she working out for herself? Did she realize something about herself? That is it the health or is it look?
Maybe it was confused at that point. Like she didn't know, and then it became clear.
That's what I said.
When Kai came back and just showed her that she's the same person that she's always been, just lying, cheating. But I mean, I'm not sure about Kai's character right now. I thought I knew exactly where she stood. I mean, I thought she was trying to be genuine. But I mean, she hasn't been with Brienne in a long time. It's been a long time since she's seen her. And that doesn't mean that she's just going to be doing nothing the whole time. She left her. Like, I assume Kai left Brienne. And so she started hooking up with someone else. And, I mean, maybe when she saw, like, she's been carrying it around, she had it ready for 6 months, this note, and she finally saw her, and she went to go get it. Maybe that was genuine, like, she really still wanted her, but this bad mistake she made again, that it wasn't even a mistake at that point, because she's single. That mistake is coming back to, you know, follow her and screw up what she could have had with Brienne.
So then why did Kai hook up with Jessica, even as of last night, that at that point Kai realized what? That she didn't want to be with Jessica, and is it the notion in her own head that she really wanted to be with Brienne?
Cal
I mean-
wants both things. Cal wants whatever Cal wants. Cal wants a multiple relationship. Cal doesn't just want one relationship. If Cal can have both people and they were okay with it, Cal will have that.
I didn't think that that's what Kai was after. I think, you know how sometimes you just hook up with someone to kill the pain, to kill time, because you're alone, because you're lonely. Maybe that was it. And maybe that's all that it was for her with Jessica. Because, I mean, now that Brienne's back, I mean, I doubt that they've seen each other in a long time. I don't know, but it seems like, you know,
Well, something took place for Jessica to say, I'm in love with you.
something amazing happened last
Exactly.
night that she.
That is,
But it's possible
and
to
it's
have
But
on
last
one
night,
side.
I mean, something had to be going on for a
It
period of
had to
time
be
to
going
get to
on
that
for a
point to
period
fall
of
in
time.
love.
Yes,
Say
but
you fall
I
in
know,
love.
but I knew. Oh no, I know someone who had one night with one person, a very very long night, like an all night type of thing. In the morning, that girl was in love with her because of what she was able to do.
And so she was turned down.
She was basically
Well, they've never been together before.
never.
Well,
It was
know,
a one night random thing that happened, and
So then
just
it was something
crazy
that,
about her.
then it was something that was inside of her that was dwelling for a long period of time on, you know, like a hope and a dream, a fantasy
Who,
come
Kai
true.
or Jessica?
Well, the individual that you're talking about.
Oh.
Okay, so in the same token, even with Kai and Jessica, in this case, it appears that it's been going on for a while. But for Jessica to be in love, something had to take place that was inside of her
been going on for a
that
while.
been going on for, not for a long time, the physical, but she had a desire inside that says, you know, I would love to meet this person one day who will be able to do this for me or do this. And all of a sudden, when that one person hit that one spot, all of a sudden, the 4th of July happens.
Yeah,
But
and that's just on Jessica's side, I think. I
But
don't think
you
that
can-
happened for Kai too.
But you can be
It's like
with
business
someone.
as usual. For
You
her.
can be with someone and get confused and think that you love them just for that moment because it's only 4 words, 4 letters, LOVE.
Well, maybe
And
it was
doesn't
just
it
that's how
doesn't mean
Jessica
anything
feels.
else, but it was just saying it. But showing it is 2 different things.
Well, I mean, people when you have an amazing night, or just basically you just hook up with someone and it's something insane and crazy and you've never had it before. You might think you're in love because, oh my God, I don't want to lose this. This is amazing, blah. But that's not what it is, and
It's not
it's
love,
definitely
it's
not
just,
that for Kai.
It's just 4 letters.
It's just
It's
a
just
night.
It was just a night, and it's just 4 letters. It doesn't mean anything else.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it was just for a night, because again, listen to this, it was going on for a period of time, which means that if Kai done something to Jessica that sparked something that Jessica has always thought of and dreamed of, then Kai continued to take her on a roller coaster ride, leading her down a path
Cal,
of destruction. Only realized he didn't like the ride anymore.
Right, because he wasn't into her.
He wasn't into her,
Right.
which is true. So he wanted to come back to Brienne,
Yeah, right.
which unfortunately
And she moved on.
she moved on. It was over. So now, looking at that, how do you really look at what is real love? What is real feelings towards somebody? And what is it that you're looking for?
Well, it's definitely not making out.
I mean,
It's
I don't.
not making out. You miss the things that you never had before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Kyle realized. It wasn't the way, it wasn't anything. It was just the person. Just missed being with the person. So it didn't have anything to do with being in love. But then you can understand Brienne has been going back and forth with Kyle. Back and forth, back and forth. That's why she said, I'm not going to do this anymore. They're going back and forth. I mean, 1 minute I'm with you, 1 minute I'm not with you. 1 minute I'm forgiving you, 1 minute you say you're going to do this.
I mean, I think for the past 6 months that they haven't been together, Brienne's been going back and forth in her head about Kai regardless. I mean, I don't know if they've had contact. It doesn't say.
Well, according to
but-
the script, you could assume that they have been together. Because she said, I'm not falling for this anymore.
But she indicated that Kai lied to her twice. We don't know when this was, but it might not have been during that period, that 6-month period that they weren't together. It might have
doesn't
been
matter.
a while ago.
It doesn't matter. A lie is a lie, whether it was 6 months ago, a year ago. She been down that road again.
But we
She's
don't know
been
what
there.
she lied about.
According to the script, we're going to stick with the script. according to the script, she's saying, you obviously, you have a lot on your plate, knowing she know that there's another woman. Yeah. And then even when she said, what the hell, I've been down this road, what the hell? Now she realized, now I see the woman now. The woman is right here in front of me. Before, you wasn't so careless. And I'm not going to go through this anymore.
I think she's trying to be a lot more careful now because of the fact that, I mean, it's funny how easy Brienne could let it go that oh my God, it wasn't because you're actually fat. It's just because, I'm just fucked up. I have issues.
Thank you guys, you ladies and gentlemen, for the first table read of She's Mine. That was a good discussion.